Hi, this is Pete Peterson with Stealth Health, and I'm going to do a lesson right out of the diabetes prevention program. One of the people in one of my classes, I often talk about Belle, who's my walking partner a lot of the time, and people wanted to see her a little bit better, and so she's running around antagonizing the cats, and I'm going to bring her in here and show her to everybody. Come here, Belle. Belle. Here she comes. Come here, Belle, in here. Okay, just a minute. Okay. This is Belle. Belle is a long-haired white German Shepherd. And in case you've never seen one, this is what they look like. And they used to be really common. And Hitler didn't like them, and then they became less common. But she's actually a really wonderful, wonderful dog. And she loves to go for hikes and walks with me, and we've been all over the place. And I'll let her go back and antagonize the cats again. Okay, you can go have fun with the cats. Okay, we're going to talk about exercise, and this fits in really well. This is my granddaughter. What's your name? That's right. The last time I asked what your name was on a video, you said your name was Elsa. Do you remember?
My name is Elsa Blue.
Elsa Blue, that's the name of one of our cats, too. Anyway, I'm going to talk about FITT, which is an acronym for exercise, and it talks about frequency, intensity, time, and type. Sometimes Danae goes for walks with Belle and I hold the leash right next to Belle, and Danae holds the outside part of the leash, and she thinks she's walking Belle, and she thinks that's fun. But first, before I talk about FITT, I'm going to talk about variety. Variety is really, really important for exercise. And it's important to increase your capacity. It's important to continue to increase interest and keep interest. And it also is really important to exercise different muscle groups. So you want to consider that. And then another thing to consider with exercise is the social aspect. A rule of thumb, if you're jogging or walking, is to be able to continue to talk to the person that you're with. And there's lots of benefits. I've talked about that before. Another thing to help you want to increase exercise and continue exercise is to make it fun. And for some people, to make it competitive is really good. And another thing that I will just mention about exercise, this really important, is my granddaughter is exercising by running all over the place, is if you want to increase the chance that you will continue to exercise, make it a part of your natural routine.
Oh no!
Danae, we're actually on video right now, and people are watching us. So don't be too silly. You can be a little silly, but not too silly, okay?
Yeah, too silly.
Yeah, you can be too silly sometimes. Belle can be silly too sometimes. And Belle loves to be scratched. Shh. Okay. With FITT, we talk about frequency. And when I talk about frequency, lots of times I talk about aerobic. If you can, do aerobic exercise 7 days a week, but at least 5 days a week. And no, Danae, you can dance in a minute, okay? And dancing can be a great exercise. When you do aerobic exercise, you want to build up so that you get to the point where you're doing 15 to 20 minutes or more a day. And that's really great. Another thing that you want to include in your exercise is some strength and resistance, even if it's just really moderate or light. And you want to do that. You want to do strength and resistance exercise. Okay. You want to do strength and resistance exercise, if you can, about 3 times a week. And even if all you do it is just for some toning, that's really great. The next part of FITT is intensity. You want to change it up and build capacity. You don't want to be intense all the time. You want to increase intensity some of the time and back it off some of the time. The next thing is time, and I've talked about for aerobic to build it up to 15 to 20 minutes per day, sometimes more than that if you can do more than that. But also you want to vary your the amount of time that you do. And the last one for the FITT is type. Walking is lots of times called the superfood of exercise. Swimming is also a great exercise, but walking in a pool is great for people that can't walk very far or walk very well. If they can walk in a pool. Hiking is also really wonderful, and there's lots of places. I live in Lewiston, Idaho, and there's lots of wonderful state parks in both Washington and Oregon around here, and Greenbelt, other places that you can walk and hike. Treadmill can be really nice. When I travel for business, I like to use treadmill in the hotel, particularly the kind of treadmill that you can increase the speed and increase the incline. I also love to use the elliptical exercise machine, the one where you use both your feet and your hands so that you're going back and forth. Really burns a lot of calories really fast. Biking is great, although biking is not always aerobic for me because I have a tendency to... is that your hand? Is it? I have a tendency to pedal and then coast for a while and go back and forth. But walking is really one of the best exercises that you can do. And doing it with someone, including a pet, is a great way to exercise and have that a part of your life. So I hope you will take the time and put in the extra effort. Make it interesting and fun. Make it social. And increase the amount of exercise. And that's what happens when you hang things in front of Belle. She thinks it's something that you want.